Chosen ones, listen closely. What I'm about to share with you may shake you to your core. It won't just feel like another motivational speech. This is a truth your spirit has been waiting to hear. You're not here by accident. Right now, at this very moment, you're watching this for a reason. God didn't bring you to this message just to comfort you. He brought you here because something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. You are standing at the edge of a breakthrough so massive that the people who doubted you, ignored you, and tried to block your gifts will be forced to watch. And more than that, they will come back to you. They'll seek your help, your wisdom, your strength. They'll realize what they tried to bury is exactly what they needed all along. This isn't a small shift. This is a divine unveiling, a season of elevation and power that will shock anyone who ever underestimated you. The atmosphere around your life is already changing. It's not just opportunity, it's destiny moving. And destiny doesn't whisper, it roars. But here's the truth, this is not a time to shrink. This is not a time to second guess yourself. You must step fully into your calling. Stand strong. Stand in faith. Step into your purpose with confidence so unshakable that no one can push you off your path. Because when this shift hits, and it's already here, the ones who mocked you will not even recognize you. If this is resonating with your soul right now, it's because you're one of them, one of the chosen. This message has been calling your spirit before you even clicked play. That's why you're still here. That's why you feel that stirring in your chest. It's your confirmation. Before we go further, pause for a second. Breathe. A new chapter of your life is opening right now. And if you're ready to claim it, do this. Click the like button, subscribe, and type 99 in the comments. This isn't a gimmick. This is a signal, a declaration that you are stepping into the flow of what's meant for you. Now, let's talk about you. The chosen have walked a path few would dare to take. It's been steep, lonely, and uphill. You've had to fight battles in silence, wipe your own tears, and hold yourself together when no one was there. Every time you thought the weight would crush you, somehow you stood back up. Every hardship wasn't random. It was chiseling you, forging you, preparing you. And now, you're at the edge of the mountain. The climb is almost over, and what you thought was loss has secretly been your training ground. Your strength isn't just physical. It's mental, spiritual, unshakable. What was meant to destroy you has built a fortress inside you. This moment is not an accident. Every prayer, every sleepless night, every quiet sacrifice has brought you here. You were never meant to stay down. Heaven has always known your name and your power. Now the chosen are rising, not timidly, not quietly, boldly, unapologetically. This isn't about ego or revenge. This is about purpose. You're not rising just for yourself. You're rising as a beacon for others. People will see you and realize they can rise too. Your breakthrough becomes their hope. Your courage becomes their map. For too long, the chosen have been told to wait, to shrink, to apologize for their greatness. But no more. The waiting season is over. The world has tried to tell you to stay in line, to play small, to ask for permission. But chosen ones don't ask for permission. They step into what's already theirs. And that's exactly what's happening now. This is your time. This is your season. Everything that tried to stop you has already failed. Step forward. Own your power. Claim your space. You're not just surviving anymore. You're stepping into your reign. Now is no longer the time for hesitation. The days of doubt are over. The chosen ones stand ready to move forward with a boldness the world has never seen before. Every step they take now is deliberate, every choice filled with conviction. Those who once mocked them or doubted their purpose will be left standing in silence, stunned, wondering how they missed the signs that this was coming all along. They are not stepping forward to ask for forgiveness or to beg for approval. They are stepping forward to command respect, not because they crave it, but because their sacrifices, their sleepless nights, their unshakable faith have already earned it. This is the moment they stop shrinking themselves. This is the moment they step fully into the light, no longer quiet or hidden in the background. The world is about to see them for who they really are, powerful forces, born to lead, born to shift the course of history. And now that they've embraced their power completely, there is no turning back. The ground beneath our feet is already shifting. The old ways, the broken systems, the chains of fear, they are cracking and falling apart. A divine reset has begun, and the chosen ones are at its heart. They are not simply changing themselves. They are transforming the way people think, the way people live, the way the world moves. This moment was not an accident. It was planned long before now, written into time by the divine. The chosen ones are not rebels without cause. They are instruments of a great awakening. This restart is not about destroying for destruction's sake. It's about clearing space for something better, something purer. The chosen ones understand that before a new world can rise, the old must be swept clean. With their strength and their insight, they are guiding humanity back to truth, back to justice, back to the plan of God. Thanks to their courage, a new age will dawn. An age where fear no longer rules, where limits no longer bind, where people remember their power. The chosen ones carry with them the wisdom of those who came before and the hope of those who will come after. Their purpose is not selfish. It is not for applause. It is to lift others, to inspire, to turn the tide in favor of love, truth, and justice. This is not a small shift. It is not a trend. It is the beginning of something massive, a project that spans generations. For years, the chosen ones have been silently bearing the weight of the world. They've carried burdens no one could see. They've fought battles in the dark that would have broken anyone else. They've doubted their own strength and still kept moving. But now the silence is over. No more hiding, no more shadows. This is their time to step into their true power and walk confidently into the light of their destiny. Deep down, they have always known they were made for something bigger. But it took time to build the strength, the wisdom, the patience to rise. All this time, God has been preparing them for this moment, and now that it's here, they're ready to live their mission fully. The world will no longer be able to ignore them. They're not a quiet ripple anymore. They're a tidal wave, a natural force, unstoppable, undeniable, moving with clarity and purpose that will reshape everything it touches. This isn't about gaining power for power's sake. This is about embracing the responsibility that comes with it. The chosen ones have not come to bask in glory. They've come to serve, to lead, to awaken others to their own hidden strength. There are countless people waiting for their light, ready to rise when the chosen ones lead the way. They will no longer be silent. They will no longer be hidden. There is no stopping them now. They are stepping into the life they were born to live. For too long, they've walked in darkness, unrecognized, pushed to the side by those who couldn't see their promise. At times, this invisibility made them feel small, unimportant. But that era has ended. The clouds can no longer contain the brilliance of their purpose. The light of their calling is too powerful to be held back. They are breaking free. They are coming out of the shadows. They are stepping fully into their spiritual calling. And the fire that once tested them has now refined them. It has forged them into something stronger, purer, unshakable. This is their moment, and nothing will ever be the same again. They are no longer afraid to stand out. They are no longer afraid to claim what was always theirs. The shadows were never meant to be their permanent home. Only a place of preparation, a training ground where strength, wisdom, and clarity were forged. That time is over. The chosen ones are ready to step into their destiny head-on. The world will know their names. It will feel their impact. It will witness their power with its own eyes. And this isn't just a call to a select few. This is a call to you, to everyone who has been living small, shrinking back, doubting themselves, or hiding their light out of fear. The time for silence has ended. It's time to rise, to break free from the chains that others have placed on you, to stand in your power, and to step boldly into the light. The world is hungry for leaders, people with vision, courage, and truth. The chosen ones will show the way. They have walked a long, lonely road, much like exiles sent away from the familiar into a wilderness where no one else could understand them. This time apart was not punishment, it was preparation. Alone, they found the strength to lead, the wisdom to guide, and the clarity to embrace their mission. Now, the exile has ended. The chosen ones are ready to lead, and make no mistake, they are unshakable. They are unbreakable. Whatever storms come, they will not fold. Whatever challenges appear, they will not retreat. Spiritual exile taught them the hardest, most necessary lessons. That real leadership comes from within, that it's not about titles or recognition. That true power means standing in your truth, leading with integrity, and refusing to compromise your beliefs, even when it costs you. Now, because of that journey, they can lead with a steady confidence in any situation. Their leadership will not falter because it is rooted in something eternal. A direct link to their divine purpose. That connection gives them the grace to withstand storms and the strength to overcome every obstacle. It hasn't been easy. The chosen ones have faced tests that seemed impossible, problems that felt like walls, moments that nearly broke them. But through every loss, every trial, every sleepless night, they found something inside themselves that cannot be broken, an unshakable spirit. What once looked like their biggest weaknesses have become their greatest weapons. What once looked like failure has become their foundation. Each setback has been transformed into fuel for growth, turning them into strong, confident leaders who cannot be shaken. This confidence is not arrogance. It's born from self-knowledge. It's the quiet certainty that comes from walking through fire and emerging whole. They know who they are now. They know what they can do. They are no longer afraid of failing because they've learned that failure is not the end. It's the path to mastery. Instead of letting failure define them, they've used it to reach new heights. And now, as they step fully into the world, their quiet power speaks for itself. People notice not because it's loud or flashy, but because it's real. It's authentic. It's steady. And authenticity is magnetic. The chosen ones understand that the path ahead will still have challenges. They don't expect it to be easy, but they're ready now, refined, stronger, filled with faith. They shine with the beauty of souls that have been tested and purified by fire. And one of the most important lessons they've learned along the way is about limits. They used to give too much. They used to bend to please others, to fit into molds that were never meant for them. But not anymore. They've learned that protecting their purpose means setting boundaries. Not walls to keep love out, but sacred lines that keep their mission pure. These boundaries are no longer negotiable. They are necessary. Because now, the chosen ones are not just surviving. They are leading. They are showing what it looks like to rise, to step into power, and to live out the calling they were always meant for. The boundaries the chosen ones set are not walls to shut people out. They are shields to protect their energy, their time, and their purpose. These boundaries are acts of self-respect. They're living proof that the chosen ones value their own knowledge, their own energy, and their own life's work. They do not give their power away lightly. Every moment, every resource, every gift is placed with intention, because they understand their mission is sacred. Putting their calling first is not selfish, it's responsible. It's how they ensure that what has been entrusted to them actually reaches the world. Because of these boundaries, they conserve their strength, stay focused on their goals, and make sure no one and nothing can pull them off course. They no longer apologize for needing space to grow, to create, to lead. Protecting their divine purpose is non-negotiable. It's what allows them to stay strong no matter what storms they face. In a world that constantly pressures people to conform, the chosen ones stand firm. They do not trade their values or their higher calling for approval, money, or shortcuts. Their road is sacred, and they will not compromise it. Staying true to who they are is the very thing that gives them real power. The kind of power that can't be bought or faked. This refusal to bend or settle is the reason they rise. It's also the essence of their leadership. Many chase power and lose themselves in the process. The chosen ones are different. They are rooted in truth. They do not lead by control, they lead by example. Their honesty, their refusal to compromise, their spiritual integrity. That's what sets them apart. True integrity means standing alone if you have to. It means telling the truth when it's not popular. It means choosing what's right over what's easy. And because they won't give up their purpose, the chosen ones are lifted higher, not just for their own sake, but to light the way for others. They shine as beacons in a world that often chooses convenience over honesty. They were not placed here to prop up old systems or play by outdated rules. They're here to overturn them, to break down what no longer serves, and to build something far better in its place. Their leadership isn't about keeping things the same. It's about replacing fear with freedom, control with empowerment, stagnation with growth. This isn't rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's deliberate. It's thoughtful. It's the work of visionaries who understand that leadership is not about sitting at the top. It's about lifting others with you. By shifting the balance of power, they create space for more people to rise, to live in alignment with their own truths, and to thrive. The old structures were built on fear and control. The chosen ones operate from love and freedom. They're here to prove that real power isn't about domination, but about collaboration. As they rise, they ignite others to rise too. What starts as a small movement will ripple across the world. The chosen ones don't just step into leadership. They rewrite the very rules of the game. They embody a new way of living, leading, and being. One of their greatest strengths is intuition. Over time, they've learned to trust that inner voice. The quiet guidance that speaks, even when everything around them is uncertain. It's this inner compass that keeps them steady, that tells them which steps to take when the path ahead seems unclear. And this is the difference. They're not just reacting to life, they're shaping it. They're not just moving with the times, they're defining them. Through this sharpened inner power, the chosen ones see what most people miss. They are not easily fooled by appearances, sweet words, or shiny distractions. While others may be misled by lies, illusions, and manipulation, the chosen ones can see through it all. Their intuition isn't a random gift. It's a survival tool carefully honed through years of spiritual growth, self-discipline, and hard-earned experience. It has become their compass, a quiet but powerful guide that helps them move through a complicated world with clarity and precision. They have learned to distinguish truth from deception, light from darkness, sincerity from fakery. This gift makes them more than leaders. It makes them truth bearers. People who can stand tall when others try to twist reality, who can call out lies and stay rooted in their purpose, no matter how convincing the distractions may be. The more the chosen ones accept and trust this gift, the stronger it becomes. Their gut instincts lead them unerringly toward the right path, even in situations that seem impossible to navigate. Over time, they have learned to rely on it completely. It's not just a skill. It's one of the forces that propels them toward their destiny. And they are never alone on this road. Around them is an invisible shield, a divine protection that no human eye can see. It's not a wall that isolates them, but a force that surrounds and defends them from harm, malice, and hidden attacks. Their mission is too important to be derailed. Mountains move for them, doors open for them, and no weapon formed against them can succeed. This shield does more than keep danger away. It infuses them with strength. It reminds them at every step that they are part of something infinitely larger than themselves. Beyond the visible world, forces are at work, guiding and assisting them. They know with absolute certainty that as long as they remain true to their calling, they will be supported and protected. Even in moments of hardship, the chosen ones feel this safety. They draw hope and courage from an unseen power that never leaves their side. They have walked through too much, fought through too many battles, to ever doubt their worth again. Self-doubt has no place here. Fear no longer rules them. They move with assurance, aware of who they are and why they're here. This deep self-awareness gives them more than confidence. It gives them presence. They walk into challenges with calm and clarity because they've peeled back every layer of fear, insecurity, and hesitation. What remains is their true core power, purpose, and promise. This awareness is their anchor. It never fades, reminding them daily of the role they are meant to play in the world. They no longer question whether they deserve happiness, success, or abundance. They know they do. They no longer wonder about their place. They have come to claim it. And when they fully step into their divine power, the world will be shaken. Those who doubted them or tried to dim their light will have no choice but to watch as they rise, unstoppable and undeniable. Their influence will ripple outward, touching lives, transforming ideas, and sending waves of change in every direction. This new era will not be built on mercy or appeasement. The chosen ones are not here to please or pacify. They are here to guide, to awaken, to reshape. What begins with them will spark a movement that outlives them. And now that the time has come, nothing and no one can hold them back. The chosen ones are taking their power openly, fulfilling the mission they were born for. The era of silence is over. The era of leadership has begun. The time for waiting has ended. The era of silence is over. What once was patience has now become momentum. The chosen ones are no longer tiptoeing around their destiny. They are rising with a force that cannot be stopped. Their kindness and restraint served their purpose in preparation. But now comes the phase of action, of undeniable presence, of a rise so powerful it will leave a lasting imprint on the world. Long after they're gone, their memory will continue to inspire generations. The world will not remain the same because the chosen ones have stepped fully into their unrestrained power. Destiny is not an abstract idea to them. It's not a distant dream they hope might come true someday. It's a fire that has been burning in their hearts since the day they were born, a call planted by God Himself. Every challenge they endured, Every setback they overcame, every sleepless night of doubt, all of it was preparation for this moment. While others could not see the path they were walking, the road was shaping them quietly into leaders capable of carrying great weight. Now, the time for hesitation is over. No more waiting for signs. No more needing permission. People who truly accept their calling do not stand still. They move forward because they know their mission is already written into their very being. The chosen ones are not asking to be given their place. They are taking what has always been theirs. Their fate is not a suggestion. It is a force, uncontrollable, unshakable, demanding courage and dedication. Every fight they've endured was a lesson. Every tear was a step closer to wisdom. They have been through fire and emerged refined, with a clarity of purpose that cannot be shaken. They are no longer hiding in self-doubt or waiting for confirmation. They are stepping boldly into the full light of who they were always meant to be. And as they rise, they do so knowing they are never alone. God's help surrounds them, guiding every move, strengthening every decision. Their purpose is not only to build themselves up, but to inspire and awaken others. To show people that they too can walk their own paths of freedom and power. The chosen ones are here to break ground where no one else has dared, to make the impossible inevitable. For too long, they've been bound by the chains of the past, beliefs, fears, and doubts that whispered they were not enough. Voices of critics, doubters, and naysayers played on a loop in their minds, creating a story that was never theirs to begin with. But now they are breaking that story apart. They're writing a new one where the past no longer defines the future. For the chosen ones, letting go of the past isn't just about forgetting memories. It's about breaking the hold those memories once had on their present and future. The regrets, the mistakes, the so-called failures, they now see them for what they were: lessons, not chains, not prisons, just training. True failure only exists when you hold on to what no longer serves you. By releasing the old, they make space for the new, the divine, the endless possibilities ahead. The moment they let go, they step into a new level of freedom. They reclaim their personal power, and with that comes a life of purpose, joy, and deep satisfaction. They are no longer marked by their past or limited by others' expectations. The past is not their identity, it's their preparation. This is their turning point. It's not their past that shapes them anymore. It's what they choose to build now. The old chains are broken. The horizon ahead is wide open, and they know miracles don't happen by luck. Miracles appear when faith and action move together. The chosen ones embody both. And as they step fully into this new era, nothing will stop them. Nothing will dim their light. Nothing will stand in the way of the change they are here to bring. The world is about to witness a shift, not just in them, but in everyone they touch. This is not the end of their journey. This is the beginning of their true impact. The chosen ones understand a simple but life-changing truth: dreams don't come alive just by wishing for them. They aren't fulfilled by passively waiting or hoping for a miracle to arrive. Dreams come alive through belief and bold, deliberate action. They know that it's not enough to simply think something is possible. They must also step forward, take risks, and move with purpose. They don't wait for life to happen to them. They work with the world, with time, and with God to bring their visions into reality. They have learned that to create wonders, they must first believe wonders are possible. When they truly embrace their worth, power, and purpose, the world begins to bend in their favor. But belief alone doesn't move mountains. It's their consistent, courageous action, even when no one is watching, that signals to the universe, "I'm serious about my calling." Each small effort, each bold decision, each quiet step is a declaration of intent. This is why the chosen ones are never afraid to get their hands dirty. They're not afraid of the hard work, the setbacks, or the unseen labor that makes miracles possible. They know the path won't always be easy. They expect challenges. But they don't see those challenges as signs of failure. They see them as invitations to grow, to stretch, to expand. And with every test they pass, they grow stronger, more resilient, more capable of creating even greater miracles. Their lives become living proof to others that miracles are not distant fantasies. They're the natural result of faith combined with action. Watching the chosen ones, people begin to believe again in their own potential. They see that anything is possible if you're willing to trust yourself, trust the process, and take bold steps toward your dreams. This kind of faith isn't blind. It's not fragile or naive. It's a deep knowing that even when life looks messy, even when things don't make sense, everything is still unfolding as it should. The chosen ones don't mistake challenges for rejection. They see them as part of God's plan for their growth and preparation. This is why they move through obstacles with calm and strength. They understand that faith doesn't promise an easy road. It promises a guided one. Faith, for them, is not a feeling but a decision. It's a choice they make again and again, even when fear tries to creep in, even when doubt whispers. They don't need to see the whole path laid out in front of them to take the next step. They know that each step brings them closer to their destiny, and that their faith will never lead them astray. This quiet, steady faith is what inspires others. People see it and feel it. They see that real faith isn't built on circumstances, but on a deep inner certainty that God's plan is always at work. And as the chosen ones trust the process, miracles begin to appear before their very eyes. Doors open, paths clear, unexpected opportunities arrive. This is the fruit of belief, action, and faith working together. One of their greatest secrets, though, is forgiveness. The chosen ones know that carrying resentment, anger, or hurt from the past only weighs them down and blocks their growth. Forgiveness isn't about excusing what was wrong. It's about freeing themselves from the grip of pain. By forgiving others and themselves, they release mental and emotional burdens, creating space for healing and forward movement. This kind of forgiveness isn't weak. It's powerful. It's a spiritual act that liberates their hearts, clears their minds, and restores their energy. It's what allows them to move forward unchained, unbitter, and unstoppable. In forgiving, they reclaim their freedom and their joy. And in doing so, they show others that forgiveness is not only possible, it's the key to a lighter, stronger, and more purposeful life. The chosen ones understand that clinging to anger or regret is like carrying a heavy chain that keeps them locked in the past. It drains their energy, clouds their vision, and blocks them from living fully in the present. They've learned that when they let go of anger, they open themselves to peace, love, and the gifts God has already prepared for them. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's self-respect. It's self-love. It's a deliberate choice to protect their own mental and spiritual health. Forgiving doesn't erase what happened. It doesn't rewrite the past. But it transforms how the chosen ones live with it. They stop allowing old wounds to define them. They no longer give their power away to pain. They also teach others, by example, that forgiveness does not excuse harmful behavior. It frees the person who's been holding the pain. It's letting go of the poison in your own heart and stepping into the freedom that only release can bring. As the chosen ones forgive, they heal. And as they heal, they inspire others to do the same. This gift of forgiveness breaks chains, clears burdens, and opens a door to a future filled with love, peace, and God's kindness. It's not just a gesture. It's a shift. It's a spiritual act that liberates the soul. But forgiveness is only part of the transformation. Fear is the other test. Fear is something every person must face, but the chosen ones have learned not to let it rule them. They've encountered it so many times that they now know the secret. The only way to defeat fear is to walk straight through it. Fear doesn't stop them from chasing their calling. They've learned to use it as fuel, to let it sharpen their focus, push their limits, and propel them toward the next level of growth. They accept fear as a normal part of the process, not a warning to stop. Fear, to them, is a signpost. It means you're moving in the right direction. They've developed the courage to act even when the way forward isn't clear, trusting that their strength and God's guidance will carry them. Fear may still show up, but it no longer holds them back. Instead, it powers their ascent. With each victory over fear, they become more grounded, more confident, more aligned with their divine purpose. They've discovered that action is the antidote. Every bold step diminishes fear's power. This ability to face fear head-on is one of their greatest strengths. And it's contagious. Others watch their bravery and begin to see that fear, too, can be overcome. In a world addicted to quick results and instant gratification, the chosen ones model something radical: patience. They understand that true success isn't built overnight. Patience isn't a nice to have for them. It's a necessity. They know that everything unfolds at the right time, that unseen forces are always at work arranging details, and that trust in divine timing is as important as action. They're not just waiting. They're preparing, planting, building, moving forward steadily. This patience gives them power. It keeps them calm while others panic. It keeps them grounded while others rush. It helps them see further down the road, beyond the distractions of the moment, into the future they are quietly creating. And that combination, forgiveness, courage, action, and patience, is what makes the chosen ones unstoppable. They live lighter, rise higher, and inspire everyone watching to believe that they, too, can heal, face fear, and build a life aligned with their true purpose. The chosen ones never feel rushed. They understand that everything they need will arrive at the exact moment it's meant to. Patience, for them, doesn't mean standing still or doing nothing. It means staying focused on their goal, steady in their faith, and fully embracing the process. They know that every move they make, every step they take, is part of a greater plan. They don't force life to bend. They allow it to unfold, trusting that their consistent work and unwavering faith will always bring the right results in the end. Some seasons may take longer than expected. Some chapters may stretch with delays. But the chosen ones never lose heart. They know that timing is not a mistake. It's a teacher. When the harvest finally comes, it will always be worth the wait. Their patience is not weakness, it is strength in disguise. Even when the path feels long, even when progress is hidden, they refuse to give up. They understand that waiting is not wasted time. It is the sacred space where inner strength is built. Patience sharpens their character, deepens their trust, and prepares them to carry the weight of their divine purpose. By living this way, they teach others that there is no need to rush when you are aligned with destiny. They inspire others to trust their own timing and embrace patience in their own journeys. Everyone around them learns from their quiet confidence. The chosen ones are proof that good things truly do come to those who wait, and that the most extraordinary blessings are always worth waiting for. But patience is only one part of their greatness. The chosen ones also understand that real leadership is not about power, control, or titles. True leadership is about love. It is love that fuels their purpose. It is love that shapes the way they guide and serve. They lead with compassion, with empathy, with a heart that places others before themselves. This is what makes them different. Their leadership is not driven by pride or the desire for recognition. It is rooted in kindness. They create spaces where everyone feels seen, heard, valued, and empowered to rise in their own right. Their mission is not to dominate or intimidate, but to lift others up, to remind people of their own strength, and to guide them toward freedom and fulfillment. This heart-centered leadership is their true power. Their influence is not just felt in words, but in the way they care, the way they serve, the way they love. Their presence inspires others to lead with love too, to bring compassion into families, communities, and even into the wider world. The chosen ones don't seek praise or applause. They don't need credit or recognition. Their purpose is far greater. Their leadership is about transforming lives, healing hearts, and showing the world that love is not weakness. It is the greatest strength there is. This is only the beginning. The rise of the chosen ones cannot be stopped, and the journey doesn't end here. Every lesson, every step, every victory is preparing you for even greater revelations. What you've heard today is just one chapter of a much bigger story. If your spirit felt something while listening, if deep inside you know these words are meant for you, then don't stop here. Stay connected. Because in the next message, we will go even deeper. We'll uncover truths about your destiny, about the hidden power within you, and about the miracles waiting to unfold in your life. You are not here by accident. You are being called, prepared, and awakened. And each video, each message will take you higher. So don't miss what comes next. Watch the next video. Watch every video. Because your journey as a chosen one has only just begun. And the best is still to come.